Iran is back in the headlines today. Yesterday, we told you about its latest satellite launch from Russia. Today, it's about a growing unrest. Protests have broken out in parts of Tehran. Shopkeepers and traders have taken to the streets. They're angry because Iran's currency has collapsed and food prices have soared. Iran's currency is called the rial. It has fallen to a record low. It stands at 1.42 million to the US dollar. $1 is worth 1.42 million rial. This has pushed up prices across the board. Basic goods have become unaffordable. The government says it is listening, but the pressure is deeper than one crisis. Years of sanctions and restricted trade have left the economy fragile, and now that pressure is boiling over. Our next report has more.
2025 has been a year of strain for Iran. From regional conflict and rising tensions with Israel and the U.S. to water shortages and power cuts, pressure has come from every direction for the country. Now that pressure is spilling onto the streets. This week, protests have erupted in parts of Tehran. Shopkeepers and traders have taken to the roads. They are frustrated and angry, not only over politics, but over survival. At the center of it all is Iran's collapsing currency. The rial has fallen to nearly 1.42 million to the US dollar. This is its weakest level ever. Just a year ago, it was trading far stronger. For ordinary Iranians, this fall has had an immediate impact. Their savings have lost value, product prices change daily, and running a business has become increasingly unpredictable. Many shopkeepers say they have no choice but to close. Suppliers are reluctant to quote prices, and customers are cutting back on even basic purchases. The pressure is not limited to the markets. Official figures show inflation reached 42.2% in December. Food prices rose by 72%, while health and medical costs jumped 50% compared to last year. For families already struggling, those numbers translate into hard decisions about what to buy and what to go without. The government says it understands the frustration.
The government will listen patiently, even if there are harsh voices, because we believe that our people are patient enough, and when their voices are raised, the pressure that is being put on them is high.
President Masoud Pezeshkian has acknowledged public anger. In a post on X, he has promised to address what he called the legitimate demands of the people. Parliamentary leaders have also promised action to protect purchasing power.
People's concerns and protests regarding livelihood problems must be responded to with full responsibility and dialogue, especially with representatives of guilds, and taking necessary measures focused on increasing people's purchasing power and reforming the economic decision-making process must be placed on the agenda of executive officials.
But for many Iranians, the crisis feels deeper than any single policy decision. Years of sanctions have limited trade and access to foreign currency. Oil exports remain constrained, investment has slowed, and confidence in the economy has steadily eroded. What is unfolding now is not sudden. It is the result of pressures that have been building quietly, year after year. In 2022 and 2023, nationwide protests had erupted, exposing the deep political and social fault lines. Those demonstrations were met with force, but the pressures behind them never disappeared. And today, those strains are resurfacing, pushing people to the streets. As 2025 winds up, Iran faces a familiar question. How long can daily life continue under this kind of strain?
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all three just for you. This is Firstpost Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.